Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to do just a quick video on a year after using this device. I haven't been using it every day just because it does get really boring. And in a world of smartphones, it's pretty hard to stick to just not having one. So there were extended periods of time where I did use the phone. The most I used it, honestly, that was probably a week or two straight. And then I honestly kind of just put this phone away. But recently they have updated the phone and added a lot more cool features. I want to show you guys just real quickly some of their features. So yeah, so the battery's okay. This is just standby usage, but it went from 100 to 77. Just from being on standby from charging like yesterday evening. It's been about 24 hours. So standby battery is right now at 77%. So yeah, so you basically just tap this to get in, and then it'll show you contacts and recent calls and stuff like that. You got your dialer. So if you can hear I don't know. So basically there's just like a little bit of a haptic feedback that plays when you touch everything. So yeah, so you can search contacts, you can look at your actual contacts. Yeah, you can adjust your ringer with these side buttons right here. You got the up and down, you got a button basically that'll take you back to the menu. This is like your menu button. This is your lock button, right? So it is a nice e-ink display. So it does do decent with glare. I don't know why the camera is picking up the glare though, so it is affecting just how the screen is seen, but it does look like it is detecting that there is light making it actually have a glare, and so it does put the like the backlit display on. So it seems like it kind of switches between them, which is nice. Probably in order to save battery. So yeah, the dialer. Yeah, but we'll go menu. You got your phone, you got your alarm, you can set an alarm. There's that, right? You can type in the time. You got your calculator tool, boom. It'll do basic calculating. You got your calendar tool. You can, go in and add an event, and then you can also, you can change the dates. And that screen shifting you're seeing is the screen actually refreshing. It does have a much lower refresh rate than an actual smartphone, but that's obviously just because it's an e-ink display. And so, yeah, there's that. But let's see here. What else? Sorry, I was trying to keep it focused. Anyway, yeah. So you got your calendar, back to the menu, right? So you got, let's see here. You got directions. So it is going to be, you can type in from, let's see, White House. You can search it. Yeah, let's just say this one to So let's just see, what this looks like. So you can change the mode of transportation. You got driving, let's say driving. Start. Yeah, so you got the written instructions, and then you can actually go, believe that'll show the map. So just show it, it's just the refresh is not the best. I guess this is gonna basically like realign it to where your driving location is, or it might be showing the direction of north. But yeah, so it is black and white. You got this right here. I don't know if it's pinched to zoom here. Hang on, let me just. But yeah, basically. Oh, okay, I see. So at a certain zoom, I guess, you can basically move left and right, and then I don't know if you can do up and down, but it's basically just going to move you along the overall path that it sets for the directions. So there's that. Let's see here. These are recent tools. Like these have come out in the past year, so there are more useful things than just the original basic tools the Light phone had. And it seems like they're getting towards something that's actually more feasible. I would say that this maybe isn't the most reliable thing for like a long distance trip where you don't know where you're going, because it doesn't look like it shows very specific directions. But in terms of just going somewhere where you need a quick reminder, I think that that is great for it. And of course, you can do long distance things, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult than using something like Google Maps or Apple Maps. But yeah. And if you guys are curious with this compared to another phone that is more of like a budget phone, or more of like a phone that's sort of designed to just kind of get you off of your phone, this is a really great option. But so is the iPhone SE. I feel like that's a great phone that just because of Apple's ability to block apps with a password, so you can pretty much just block the internet, you can block everything that is distracting, and it's a small compact phone. You can even you know what I mean. So I feel like that it's a cheap option too. It's $400, only $100 more. But I do have a video on that, so if you guys want to look that up, I just did. It's iPhone SE 2 versus the iPhone 2 comparison. So I have that up if you guys want to see that. So there is hotspot, music, right? So let's say you can go and write hotspot here. So da. You turn it on, and then you can just devices can connect to it. I'm sure there's settings in there for that. Let's see here. You got music. I'm just gonna give you guys a little demo of the. So let's go some MF Doom. It's really, really nice.
You see how strong I am? Old defense to speak. It's all part of my mental techniques.
Yeah, right. So it's pretty good speakers, right? So you got that. Yeah, it adds albums based on how you upload it. So it's not gonna break it off into a bunch of different songs, but it's also because I downloaded the full albums into one file, which I thought was easier, because you can kind of just scrub through the album instead of doing specific songs. But you can also do specific songs. It just kind of depends on how you want to upload it. But yeah, I figured the whole album was much easier than the actual individual songs doing one by one. But yeah, so there's notes. So right, so here, let's just do this one. I did another one earlier, but it's every time you try to type or whatever, it goes into a landscape keyboard. And this phone overall is about the size of a credit card. So if you literally pull out your credit card, it's gonna look like that. Here's a standard sized Logitech mouse as well. So this isn't fancy, this isn't very big, but if you guys have a mouse, it's like about the size of a mouse. It's pretty freaking tiny, man. Like, right here's a regular size hands or whatever. And but yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so we got the notes, right? You can add notes. You can do a little voice note. So I did a voice note earlier.
This is a video test.
Sound like a robot. It's funny. This is a video test. Yeah, right. So back to that menu button. The buttons are plasticky. They're not metal. But the hard plastic on the phone does feel good. It doesn't feel like you're gonna break it if you push on it. Oh shoot, sorry. If you do push on it super hard, it's gonna be fine. But this one does have hard enough plastic and enough in between the actual text where the phone feels solid, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna break or bend very easily. It's not hollow plastic, which is nice, and I'm glad that they did that, especially for such a cheap phone for this purpose. So right, you got music, you got notes. You can go to podcasts. So you can search the different podcasts. Let's see here. Let's just do. Sorry for like the old podcasts I have in here. I don't know. It's gonna be a shocker for me too. I don't really know what the titles are. So don't get mad at me if there's something that your title you see that you don't like. I don't know what's in here. Yeah, it just shows the most recent podcast, and you can actually go. I believe it's on. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if. So let's go into here. So you got this. I don't know if you might have to go to the actual website to subscribe to a podcast, because it doesn't look like you can search, but you can refresh, and it does. See, right? So you have to hit sync, but it's going to sync based on the newest podcast that you have subscribed. You can go to the website and subscribe there. So right, podcast feeds are not syncing in the background. Exit. So I don't know if that really changed anything, but it should work. It just takes a little bit, and I'm kind of trying to move on to save phone space and your time as well. So yeah, so we got, podcasts, blah, 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 and then just settings, real quick, which you can access. You got airplane mode, you got notifications. So something that to keep in mind, something I try to do, It does make it sort of difficult for companies to transfer. If you call like a phone company, for instance, like I tried to call T-Mobile to transfer the eSIM from my newest iPhone to there, and I couldn't get into my actual SIM card, so it was difficult for them to transfer it over. And yeah, so keep in mind that you might want to just get phones with physical SIMs, but if you do have an eSIM, just realize you have to get the eSIM transferred over to the actual physical SIM card again. Of course, you guys know that, but it just, let me remind you, it's not as simple of a process as it seems. It does take a little bit of time. So keep that in mind when you're considering buying a phone with just eSIM or just this one from what you're transferring from. It is doable, by the way, it is doable, so no worries. There are also methods where you can actually go yourself and do it without needing the phone company, but I just call them. But yeah, so yeah, you got notifications. Let's see how the notifications are. You can do like, you can set the ringtone for each one. This functions a lot like, oh, that's cool. So there's no activity visible on home screen. Okay, cool. So you can turn. Oh yeah, you can see if there's new. Oh, so it'll show the asterisk if there's something new within each category. So that's pretty sweet. You got vibrate plus ringing. You got emergency alerts. You can turn them on. So that's like if there's like an Amber Alert or something, it's gonna pop up, which is pretty sweet to get. I've never been the superhero saving the child, unfortunately, but I know there are people that do that, so appreciate that. But yeah, usually those are good though for people to be aware. So you got airplane mode, notifications, preferences. You got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You have account info. So let's see here. Let's go into, we just did notifications. Let's go into preferences. So we can see general. You can do the time, change the time, home screen, the keyboard. You can turn on and off haptic feedback. And let's see here. So what is the home screen gonna be like? Okay, so if I want to display the dates, a single battery, phone shortcut, yada yada. I think this is pretty much just showing what's going to be up in the top bar or just available for you to see, just like, basic settings. You got your home screen, keyboard. Let's see the keyboard. So spell check, auto capitalize, auto period, return key, language. You can do like the layout, AZERTY, QWERTY. I just use QWERTY because that's pretty much what I've used my whole life. But yeah, there are options in there, which is pretty sweet if you do want to change that up. Let's see here. So you got the haptic feedback, right? So accessibility. Looks like there are some. Okay, cool. So there is a hearing aid control, which is pretty sweet. I don't have any way to test that, but if you do have hearing aids, there is a way to, I guess, like enable something. Don't hold me to it. I don't really know exactly what it does. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that, but it does have some kind of option where that is at least included, which is pretty sweet. So it seems like the display, the backlight display kind of likes to go on and off. But yeah, so we got these two, right? So you got hotspot, music notes, podcast settings, yada, yada, pretty sweet. But yeah, it's basically the phone, guys. It is pretty slim. I have a bunch of phones coming in. I've actually ordered about 5 retro phones that I have, so keep out a lookout for that, guys. I'm gonna do reviews on that. But yeah, after a year, I guess my personal take on it, like I said, I barely used it. I just do know what's on it, but it is usable. Like, it is a usable phone, and it does work. It is a nice phone. For what you're getting, it does make me not want to use it. Like, I do want to use it, but I don't. Like, it's good because there's nothing to stare at. There's no really video content or anything like that. There's audio content, but you're still in the moment with audio content for the most part. So it does the job if you are looking just to basically for a phone that just does the job. Yeah, this is the Light Phone 2, guys. Thank you for watching the review and have a good day.